Well, good morning and welcome along to vlog 53. My name's Steve and this is superBRICKS. We are a Bricklink and Brickowl Lego reseller. And if this is the first time you have watched one of these vlogs, thank you very much. Welcome along. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, as we always say. Anyway, today it is Wednesday, so we're a little bit late starting this week's vlog. Simply because I was late getting out last week's vlog. It went out on Monday lunchtime, and I've been playing catch up because this week has been so busy. I've seen lots of feedback on the Bricklink and Brickowl Facebook groups. There's a worldwide one, there's a UK version. And there are still lots of people struggling to log in, get their accounts merged, etc. Since Lego and Bricklink did the account merger last week. I think some people have been having a right bad time with it, to be quite honest. Luckily for us, it seems to have gone smoothly. I think the last sort of outstanding issue is the cookie control. For whatever reason, and it could just be that Lego are still sort of making changes in the back end, but the cookies are expiring really quickly, hours, and it makes you log in again, which is not a simple matter of just putting in your email address and password and hitting log in. It wants your date of birth, you put your email in, then you want your password, then you get the cookie control, and it is a bit long-winded, and therefore a lot of people are getting really annoyed with it because it's happening so often as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but we've got to work through it. There's nothing we can do at the moment until Bricklink make some changes at their end. Let's hope they do and they don't just ignore it, because it is annoying a lot of people, and of course buyers might have to go through the same thing. So obviously for us as sellers, we've just got to live with it, because at the end of the day, we're logging in to get our orders off or upload stock. But for a buyer, it might just simply put them off. If they get fed up of it, they'll go away, which is obviously what we don't want. But yeah, I mean, overall though, orders for us have been really, really good. I'm really, really pleased with how it's gone. We had another strong weekend, a good Monday, and the last couple of days have been okay. They've been all right, but still, for September, a really good month. So normally I would go through the store figures and everything, but to be quite honest, since last week, the number of parts has actually dropped by about 4,000 or 5,000. So we're now at 641,000. The lot count's taken a hit as well, down to 17,200. So I just haven't been able to keep up with the uploading, to be quite honest. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I can only do what I can do. So in front of me on the desk, you can see I've started to create another brick store file here. These are all used parts coming from the Brick Arena store purchase. I'll always be doing that for the next few months, adding parts from that. But one interesting thing I did do was I'll just walk past it, I found one of these boxes. These were Keith's sort of bulk bins, and it contained lots of foil bags and polybags, a whole range of them. But one of them was this one here. So it's from the Chima range. It's a limited edition Warriors. I'm hoping I've pronounced that correctly. But there was something like 39 of them. Now in the UK, there was only about, I don't know, 10 or 15 for sale, I think. That is memory. I might have that completely wrong, but I do remember thinking that there aren't a lot, but the demand for them isn't there. They're really not selling at all, and the part out value is not very good, and all the rest of it. So rather than just list 39, what I thought I would do is I would take the sets that have got really bad packaging. So obviously these are brand new, but I think they were from a magazine. and some of the packets were all folded over and creased quite badly. So I opened those up and took out the minifigure and the other parts, effectively parted them out. And then on top of that, I even parted out some of the minifigures as well. And what that meant was just adding more lots into the store rather than just sort of 39 polybags. So I got an extra few lots. Some of them I didn't even have in the store at all. They're not great sellers, but it did help increase the lot count a little bit. Let me know what you would have done. I don't have any other avenues for selling these. I'm not on eBay or anything like that. So yeah, I thought that was a better use of all of those polybags. So all in all, that's another box here emptied. There's just one minifigure in here. I don't really know what to do with this because I think this was a custom print, and that's certainly not available on Bricklink. So I don't really know what to do with that. I'll stay in there for now. But yeah, I do need to do something with that. I need to get rid of the box and get it out of here. And that's pretty much about it, I think. There are lots of exciting updates and things going on with Brickmetrics, but that's a different story. Right, so let's get back to it. I've got obviously this to upload. I've got a few other things that I need to sort out today as well. It's going to be a short week this week for me because I'm away this weekend. I'm off travelling. So again, I think this vlog will cover the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned and let's see what we get up to. Let's get cracking. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 30th of September, and it's been a few days since I last recorded anything for the vlog. Been away at the weekend with my wife. Little trip up to Scotland to celebrate a friend's birthday. And we arrived back sort of late yesterday afternoon, and I was met with about 19 orders that required picking and packing. Now what I did for the weekend was close down the Brick Owl store, but left the Bricklink store open with a message in the terms and across the banner to say that there'd be no shipping until today. And that did affect orders. Friday night, 0 orders came through. Saturday, 1 or 2. In fact, the weekend was really poor. The orders only finally sort of picked up yesterday. So obviously, having the delay to the shipping really affected things. To be honest, it affected it more than I expected. I have done it before where I've left the store open while we've been away, again with a similar message. But this time it really did slow down the orders. But I can't control that. You know, at the end of the day, I don't want anyone to be annoyed that their orders have been delayed in any way. So if they went elsewhere, they went elsewhere. I'm just grateful for the 19 orders that we did get. So they've all been picked, packed, labels applied. They're in the hall waiting to go to the post office now. And I was looking around the room thinking, this is just such a mess now. I'm a little bit behind with everything, and there's just so much stuff everywhere that I think today needs to be a kind of reset day. I've got a meeting this morning, but after that, I think I really need to just have a big tidy up. I've just got boxes of stuff sort of everywhere. This is used bulk that I'm partway through sorting, but it's been moved over here because over here where they normally were, we were doing some part outs, and I still haven't done Jedi Bob. It's still sat here. So I think I just need to put everything back, clear everything up, create some space, because having this over here, it does make it really difficult to pick orders when I need to pick from behind it. I'm constantly moving things over left and right, just trying to get to the drawers, and it's just a bit of a pain. It was never intended to be like that. And of course, with the orders that came in over the weekend, I've got nowhere to put them. So this morning I found orders on here, up here, and then over here, they were on here, they were over there, they were just all over the place, and it just made it a little bit awkward, and took a little bit longer just to get everything labelled up. So I think a reset's in order. Get this place tidied up, give myself some space, and then hopefully I'll look a bit more organised. Also got these that have come through. This is the last lot of parts that Charlie has checked through, organised, colour sorted, etc. They've now been quality checked and they're ready to go into the next brick store file, which I have already started to create. There's just a few bits down there that I've done already. So that's another task that needs doing. Of course, that needs the part out completing. We've got plastic tubs everywhere, but that's simply because of the parting out. Normally they'd be stored somewhere else, including that lot. I wouldn't normally have them up there, but I suppose it's all priorities and deciding which is the most important thing to do. I found this drawer of bags when I was going through some really useful stuff. So all of that needs sorting out, because that'll get reused. We'll do that in the packing, and it certainly will fill up my containers over there for packing orders. So there's a lot to do, as per normal. What else has been happening? Now, I missed the Facebook group meeting on Sunday night. So last Sunday was the last Sunday of the month, 6:30. It's a Google Meet. I've missed it. First one in a long time. So I hear it was another good meeting. I hear it went on again, probably another 6 hours maybe. So obviously lots and lots of things being discussed. Right, Brickstore. Brickstore's now working. You can import your store inventory. I believe there's a couple of other issues that are still outstanding, but they're not going to affect what I use Brickstore for, so it's all good in that respect. You have to link Brickstore to Bricklink using a token. It's really easy to do. In fact, when you try and download your store and you haven't set up your token, it just gives you a nice little link to the settings page in Brickstore, and in there is a link to Bricklink to obtain your key. It's just a matter of copy and pasting and it's done. It only lasts for 30 days, so in about 25 days I'm gonna have to do it again. But it doesn't seem a big problem, to be quite honest. I don't know if that's temporary. I don't know if eventually they'll become a more permanent solution. We'll have to see. But for now, they've got it up and running. And to their credit, they did it pretty quick, to be honest. We're not sure how much notice they actually got of the impact of the account merger and how it's going to affect logging in or retrieving your store from Brickstore. But, you know, they fixed it. So well done, guys. Right, I think that's about it. I'm going to go and do the school run and then get cracking. Good evening. It is Wednesday and it's currently 8:30 in the evening. Now, I've not done any filming today. Did I do any yesterday? I can't really remember. But what I have done is I've had a good sort out. The floor is all looking nice and clean. I've sorted out all of the bits of rubbish and given it a really good hoover and got rid of all that packing. You always make a lot of mess when you're doing your packing. Lots of bits of cardboard fall off the sort of cardboard mailers and you get all sorts of bits. It's all nice and clean. I've sorted out this side, sorry, as much as I can at the moment. I've got a pile of brand new instructions and I'm a little bit unsure what to do with them. With the Lego account merger now done, how does everyone feel about still scanning their instructions? Should we still do it? Should we not do it? Will we be penalised? There's already been quite a lot of discussion around the fact that businesses can no longer claim insider points. So what does that mean for instructions? So I've not done anything just yet. I've left them there until I make a decision. Drop me a message in the comments and let me know what you think. Do we carry on or should we not? Should we do them on the other Lego account that we might have for personal use? Who knows? Now then, this pile, these boxes, that was just what was on the floor down here. And as you can see, this is filled with all sorts of minifigures, parts of minifigures, broken minifigures, good minifigures, you name it. Lots of stuff in there, lots of accessories. And it's one of those things that's going to take me quite a while, I think, to sort out and eventually list, which is why it's going to sort of remain in this area for the foreseeable. There's nowhere else for it to go, really. And every now and again, I do like to sort of go in there and find, you know, bits that I might need for another minifigure, but also pull out new, complete ones and get them listed. The bottom box just there is full of minifigures ready to go. This box, incidentally, is just full of dimensions related parts, but I think I'm just going to break all that down and add it into the main stock. So what else have I been up to? Well, today I did a load of work on BrickMetrics, and now you can import from Brickstore. So you can upload a BSX file that will load the data into BrickMetrics, and then you can apply your suggested prices to the file, and then you can either carry on and upload that straight into Bricklink, or you can download a brand new Brickstore file and load it back up in Brickstore if you want. Choice is yours. But it's all working really well. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's gone live today. Now I'm just about to start work on another Brickstore file myself, which is why I just thought I'd jump on. This was that Technic motorbike that I was given, and I've broken it apart. I took out, as I was breaking it apart, I took out any of the sun damaged parts. They've all been rejected, and this has all now been through the wash, so it's all nice and clean. So what I've done on Brickstore is imported the set inventory, and as you can see, there's no prices. I've just ordered it by colour, and all I'm going to do is start sorting through these, and when I get the right quantities, I'll move these parts and put them in a separate Brickstore file. And the reason why I'm doing that is I don't actually know if this kit was complete. It wasn't complete in the box. There were some bits loose in the bottom of the box. I can't really remember which parts I took off and rejected as being sun damaged. So by moving them across into another file, it'll just make it easier just to keep on tabs of how many parts I've actually got, because obviously you've already got a quantity field all filled in from the set inventory, so I won't actually know which parts I've actually checked and which ones are genuinely missing. So I'll create a new file and get all of this sorted out and counted, and that's about it. It's been a lot of sort of tidying. Orders, there's a couple of orders already over there. It is the start of the month. I know I spent this morning paying invoices, Brick Freedom, Bricklink, Brickowl, ChatGPT, you name it. They all want money off you, but it's all part of the business. So just have to get it all done, get all the paperwork up to date, and yeah, all's good. Right, I'm going to put something on YouTube, I think, and get cracking with these parts. There it is, the Death Star. Just been launched this week, £900. I don't think it's a set I'll be getting. There's been a bit of interest on East Midlands Lego Hire asking if I'm going to purchase the set and offer it up for hire, but I don't know, I just feel that's a big push. £900 is a lot of money. for a set, and will it hire out enough to get a return on investment? I think that's a gamble that's just a little bit too big to take on. Now then, it's Friday, and sort of the end of the week for me. I'm away again this weekend, so I'm going to wrap everything up now in this segment. But before I do, Facebook group, the Bricklink and Brickowl UK Facebook group. We get lots and lots of regular contributors on that page, and one of the posts this week has sparked my interest. It was a post by a buyer, David. He is well known in the group, a fantastic mock builder, and a really, really good customer for a lot of Bricklink stores. Now, I've touched on this before. Every now and again, you make a mistake. You've got a picking problem. You might have an inventory issue. And I've kind of talked about how you deal with that. I've been on the receiving end of poor service. I've been on the receiving end of excellent service. And I always try to make sure that we give a good service. And David's problem was that the order was delivered and there was a couple of parts missing. And the seller immediately refunded the parts. It was pennies, but immediately refunded it. No options, no choices. Now, as David being a mock builder, he needs those parts to complete a mock. He's working to a deadline. He has a customer waiting. And just to refund him the parts wasn't suitable. Why did the seller not go out of their way to get those parts replaced? There were lots of options, but the seller didn't and just refunded. And that really riled David. And I can understand why. If I've made a mistake, I rectify it. End of story. Which brings me on to this. This was a post on Reddit. Now, this is actually my customer. And I'm sure he won't mind me bringing this up. But he bought a couple of polybags. Well, quite a few polybags, actually. And one of them was a Star Wars set that's actually quite old. I think it was released in 2018. He opened it up and built the set. And a couple of the dark red tiles were brittle and have broken. He's reached out to me, and he's been absolutely fine. You know, he knows it's not my issue. But he's put the post on Reddit to see what people thought about him going direct to Lego to see if they'll replace it. He's let me know. He gave me the link. He's been all upfront and honest with me. And my response to him was, leave it with me. I'll sort that out for you. I will get you those parts replaced. Because I sold him the set. It's 2018. If Lego decide to replace them, then fine. It's no skin off my nose. I don't have any in stock, so I've placed an order with another store. And when they come in, you know, I'll post them a couple out. Because I think that's good customer service. Why should he have the issue of dealing with that? He's bought the set from me. I will rectify it. And in the same way with David, if David had an issue with one of my orders, I would rectify it straight away. Right, there you go. That's my view. I'm sure there's lots of sellers that have differing views. I know because there are a few comments on the Facebook page itself. And of course, I've dealt with some sellers as well that do exactly the same thing. They just refund you pennies. It kind of beats me. But anyway, right. It is Friday. It's the end of the week. This week it's been all right. You can see that my desk is looking quite clear, which is pretty good. I got that Technic set actually uploaded this morning, and I used my new Brickstore file importer on Brickmetrics to get all the pricing right before uploading it to the store. So that's all good. That's all away. So the rest of today, I'm going to produce the vlog, and it'll be out on Sunday, and then, well, I might see if I can do another quick upload before I finish for the day. Right, so if you made it this far on the vlog, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I will see you all next week.